Coming to a television set near you, Wordle the game show. More on that coming up, but first, for those of us who keep hundreds of Safari tabs open, Apple is reportedly testing out a new feature that can organize all of it automatically. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple is working on a Safari feature called Organized Tabs that will debut with iOS 27, iPadOS 27, and macOS 27. As the name suggests, the new feature will automatically organize your Safari tabs, but Gurman added that it won't carry the Apple Intelligence label, even though it's likely using some form of artificial intelligence. Once the feature is live, Safari users will be able to choose if they want the grouping to be automatic or not, according to Gurman. This Organized Tabs feature adds onto the tab groups option that was introduced to Safari 15 back in 2021. Of course, Google already debuted a similar capability on Chrome in January 2024 called Organize Similar Tabs, marketing it as one of its new generative AI features. However, Apple has been known to lag behind its competitors when it comes to AI-powered features. According to Gurman, we could get our first look at the Organized Tabs feature at WWDC 26, which is scheduled to kick off on June 8th. And the idea of installing a software update on your fridge already feels kind of weird, let alone one centered around improving its AI capabilities. But that's exactly what's happening to Samsung's line of bespoke refrigerators this week, and to our surprise, this patch is making major strides at providing truly useful machine learning in a modern-day icebox. So, what's new? The big change is that Samsung is adding support for Google Gemini, which has several important implications. By combining Samsung's existing on-device object recognition with Google's cloud-based models, the total number of identifiable foods is increasing from just over 100 items to more than 2,000. Now, this does mean you will need to connect the fridge to Wi-Fi, but considering the number of other smart features it supports, like calendar integration and video playback, that's not a big ask. Another update is that Samsung is using Gemini to expand voice controls, allowing users to ask the fridge to change things like device settings, check details like when the water filter was last replaced, or to even help troubleshoot issues. And, depending on the situation, the fridge can even play back a tutorial about how to solve the issue. Alternatively, for more complicated or harder-to-solve problems, Samsung is introducing what it calls Reliability AI, which is designed to monitor the fridge's components or help identify faults before they get too serious. Or in cases where the device needs to be serviced, the AI can provide more detailed info to agents while potentially allowing them to fix certain things remotely. Check out the full review from Sam Rutherford, and remember, you can find the latest gadget news, reviews, price drops, and more right now at Engadget.com. Wordle, the New York Times word puzzle sensation, is coming to your TV screen. NBC has greenlit a primetime game show based on Wordle, set to be produced by Jimmy Fallon's Electric Hot Dog, Universal Television Alternative Studio, and the New York Times. The group is promising a fresh, fast-paced format for the show, hosted by avid Wordle player and Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. As with the online version, the Wordle game show will focus on solving 5-letter word puzzles, but will also incorporate a teamwork element. It builds on the way the puzzle community engages with Wordle every day, solving together, sharing wins, debating strategies, and cheering one another on, the New York Times wrote in a press release, continuing, "Now that style of play comes to life as the most obsessed and competitive players will team up in squads and go head-to-head in the Wordle arena, playing for an incredible cash prize." The New York Times said it carefully considered its partners. It noted that Jimmy Fallon's production shingle already produces the game show's password and That's My Jam, while also bringing a game emphasis to The Tonight Show with bits like Lip Sync Battle and Box of Lies. Savannah Guthrie, meanwhile, absolutely loves Wordle, and she is also really good at it, said the New York Times' Caitlin Roper. Wordle was created by Josh Wardle, debuted in 2021, and was purchased by the New York Times in 2022. It has already been turned into an official Hasbro board game, VR app, and seen numerous unofficial variants. Production for the game show is set to start later this year and will debut in 2027. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget's Steve Dent and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
spoken layer.